You are now entering the Sports and Foods Zone, where you get your sports and foods fix with your hosts, Dre and Tay. Welcome to Sports and Foods Podcast, episode 36. We are recording Thursday, May 16th. Whew! It's been a long while since we've been on the air, folks. It's been a long while. I hope you guys missed us. We're back now, though. We're back. We had some. I hurt my back. We'll put air quotes because I still don't know if that's really what happened, but we'll say that. Took us out for 2 weeks. Tay got sick.
Yeah.
But everybody's doing better. I hope now. At least I'm doing a little bit better.
Yeah, me too. I'm back.
I want to give a shout out though to one of our listeners. She listened to our show last episode, or maybe it was 2 episodes ago, where we talked about cooking, and we were talking about how different ways. We were talking about cooking beans and stuff. So she texted me. So I want to shout out Tia. She gave, actually, let me look real quick. I forgot the name of the book. I have the book. It's Eat Not to Die is what the book is called. I started listening. If you don't know this book, you should look this book up. It's actually a really good book. But she recommended the book. I had started to listen to it already on Audible, but I stopped a long time ago during the pandemic. But it's a good book. Appreciate you, Tia, for all your tips. Tay, she said that Instapot or pressure cooker will help us cook beans faster, so we don't have to do all the overnight stuff and all the things, so that we could cook the beans faster. So I was like, good idea. I need to buy a Instapot. Thank you. That's something else I can buy.
I've never used them. Jenny, she uses that thing. It scares me, but it cooks it.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, we have one. Yeah, man. You cook stuff.
My sister swear by it. Really?
But man, it's just a thing when they push that button and start shooting that air out. I get nervous. I have to step back a little bit. But no, that's good. I didn't even think about beans cooking in there. We do meat stuff, but we'll have to try that. Yeah, good. Shout out.
Yeah, right on, Tia. So thank you for being a valued listener, and please continue to listen and watch. So back to the script. Tay, the sun shining. When I initially had written this episode, it was raining / a little bit sunny. It was cold.
Yeah.
So I had to go back in and change it because it's about to be 95 this weekend.
I know. It's
in
crazy.
the P. Oh my gosh. But you know what, Tay? I was trying to think. It's always nice on Mother's Day weekend, I think. I can't remember in the past, and maybe I might be wrong. So if I'm wrong, folks, send us an email, let me know. But I feel like it's always nice on Mother's Day weekend. And it's good. It's in honor of Mother's Day weekend, which is the biggest holiday in May to me. I'm going to tell about some other things going on in May. But I feel like Mother's Day is one of my favorite holidays. I love Christmas. I like to eat on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But Mother's Day to me is like, well, I guess because the relationship I have with my mother.
Yeah.
So Mother's Day is really important to me. And then I live with a mother now. I have a daughter, so obviously she has a mother.
Yeah.
So, honoring these women that do go above and beyond for their kids.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
And it kicks off right into the summer too. Like it's a good holiday, and then all the sun comes out.
Right.
And the fun begins.
And the fun begins. Father's Day is on the edge on the way here too. So don't forget about us.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, there's a lot of stuff going on in May. May is also Asian American and Pacific Islander Month.
Okay.
It's Cinco de Mayo happened earlier this month, and one that people really need to pay attention to. May is also Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So people need to check on folks. We should always be checking on people, our loved ones and others. But just everybody make sure your mental is good. It's super important to make sure that
and seek help. Like sometimes you don't want to seek help. You think you got it, or you're scared to. If you feel like something ain't right in your head, you have these thoughts, definitely reach out to somebody. Call somebody, go to your church, local church, something. Don't let that fester.
Totally agree, Tay. Totally. That is real. That's great advice. Real talk. I wish, actually, you know what, Tay? I'll find a phone number so that when the episode comes out, we can put the phone number on the screen for people.
Oh yeah, we'll put it right.
The Crisis Hotline, something like that. Yeah. So what's been going on, Tay? I know you were sick last week.
Yeah.
I hope you're feeling better. What else has been? How's everything been?
Kids I finally caught what they got, and my middle daughter, Amaya, she keeps getting sick, and most of the time I don't get sick, but this time I got exactly what she got. It kind of put me down for a few days. I feel back to normal now, so that's good. But I do want to say though, shout out my oldest daughter, Anastasia. She's graduating from high school, so that's a great accomplishment. And
right on.
Yeah, so that'll be next month, and excited about that. So got one.
That is
one
great.
Out
Congratulations,
the door.
Anastasia.
Mm-hmm.
One out the door.
Mm-hmm.
2 more to go.
Yeah, 2 more.
And well, then on that graduation note, I got a shout out my goddaughters, Nevaeh and Mackenzie. They also graduate next month.
Yeah,
they graduate next month as well. So congratulations to all the graduates.
Yeah,
I guess, as a person, I take for granted because, we graduated from high school a long time ago. So you take for granted graduating from high school, but that's a big accomplishment.
It
man.
It is.
So
it
takes some hard work and dedication to get it done. So congratulations to the graduates. Where do I go if I want more sports and foods?
SNFpodcast.com.
While we were gone, Lamar Jackson finally got a deal.
Man.
The Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson have come to a 5-year, $260 million deal with $185 million guaranteed. Not the full guarantee that he wanted, but it's still a whole lot of money guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
To be really honest, I thought the dude was gone. To be completely honest, I thought he was gone. I didn't think they were going to guarantee him very much at all. But I also thought he was hurting himself by being his own agent. But I guess I was wrong. When they signed Odell, I was like, he's probably going to come back. They gave him another weapon.
Yeah, well deserved for him for sure. To me, he's one of the best when he's healthy, and he can slang it. Like they be saying he can't throw it. I mean, he has finally got some weapons. I mean, that's huge, but it's tough, man. I feel like there's a little disrespect was thrown his way, and the Ravens were trying to play hardball, but their whole team is built around him. What were you gonna do? You can't just throw any other quarterback. They're gonna lose every single game. So I'm just happy that he got paid, and he got paid a lot. And I'm glad he didn't settle, because they're trying to make it where the player can't be their own agent, and the players have leverage, and especially a quarterback of his caliber. So I'm glad he did that, because I feel like it's going to be good for future quarterbacks. And bet on yourself. That's all it comes down to.
Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
The Trailblazers finally have a G League team.
Yeah.
The Trailblazers announced last month that they have acquired the right to own and operate an NBA G League team that will play at the Child Center on the University of Portland campus in North Portland. The team is expected to debut next season. Tay, I'm super happy that we have our own G League team here in Portland.
Yes.
Not only because it gives us another way to see basketball.
Yeah.
More like professional basketball, because we sometimes, most of the time, can't afford to go see the Blazers.
Yeah.
But it also is a place where we can send our young players, man, so they can actually play, man. Like that Butler kid sat on the bench, that 7-foot Butler kid. I mean, playing in practice only gonna get you so far.
Yeah, it doesn't.
You need to actually be able to play real minutes in like real games, so you can get real time, so we can actually see what we really have.
Yeah, and you can see him play in person. Like our head coach can have him right there in city, and we could have players fly in and play instead of having to pull some from some video or send a scout. Like we can be right there and watch them. So it's huge. And more basketball teams. We don't have a lot of sports teams, so the tickets though, the tickets better be right. They better not try to make crazy prices, because I'll go to a lot if the tickets cheap.
I'm telling you, that ticket price better not be no Trailblazer ticket price. We better be able to get in them games.
It's a G League. Come on, I can't even name a team name right now. Any team.
On to some high school news. Jefferson High School did something that no other high school has ever done. And I said ever, and my notes were capital letters with an exclamation point. Their dance crew, the Jefferson Dancers, became the first school to have 2 pieces placed in the national competition.
That's amazing.
You'll be happy, and the altitude, of sickness. Let me say that again. Sorry, guys, I'm killing it. Altitude sickness were the 2 pieces selected and performed at the National High School Dance Festival in Pittsburgh, held in March. These 2 dances were choreographed and taught by students from Jefferson High School.
That's freaking awesome.
That's what I'm talking about, Tay, right there. The greatness of the town.
Yeah.
We get a lot of news about all this stuff that's going on in the city, you know, homeless people, all this stuff, but we still got great things happening right here in the town.
Yeah,
these kids are still doing great things.
Mm-hmm. And given the climate and all that, just knowing that there's, you know, we have a lot of talent here in Portland, and we don't get showcased. Like you said, it's always about what's going on the streets and all that. But man, Jefferson's been a program that's been putting out talented artists for years and dancers, but to do something at first and be nationally recognized, I think, man, love it. And I hope more light gets shined down on Jefferson and that whole program. And you know, Drake Sheldon is the principal at Jeff now too.
Oh, I forgot that.
So that's another one of guys we grew up with, and he's doing well for that school.
Right on, Drake. Mm-hmm. I forgot Drake was at Jeff. And while we're gone, one of the most infamous talk show TV hosts has passed away. Mm-hmm. Jerry Springer died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 79. Bro, I remember watching Jerry Springer. Jerry. Crazy. It was the craziest show. And well, first of all, it was crazy because the people who got on the show were crazy. Yeah. But I watched it for a lot of years until it went like way left. Like wow. What the heck is going on? Like It was too much for me. But I mean, it was great entertainment while it lasted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was funny, man. I remember I used to can't wait to get home to watch Jerry Springer. And then right after that was Maury Povich show.
Povich show.
Or is it the one before the other? But man, they set the tone for all that talk show and back and forth. And man, I used to get into it, but then it got they started scripting it to some crazy stuff. So you know, it wasn't worth watching. But man, he's a legend. So that was fun. But prayers for his family, the Springer family. You know, I know that's a sad loss. And also, I want to say prayers for Jamie Foxx. I know he's in the hospital, and there's a lot of speculation of what's going on. But regardless, you know, we pray that he gets out of the hospital and back to health. And he's a very talented positive person. And it's just sad to see that happen to him.
Definitely. Prayers to both their families and all of them who love them. Mm-hmm. That is why we were gone.
You can find us on all podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Or if you want to see our faces, go to youtube.com and search Sports and Foods. That's Sports and Foods.
We are going to start our sports this episode, with basketball, the NBA playoffs. Tay, this playoffs has been one of the most exciting playoffs that I've seen in a very, very long time. We've seen an 8-1.
Yeah.
We've seen basically several lower seeds advance in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. In the East, my teams are struggling, and one of them already got bounced. Yeah. That 8 beat the team I thought was going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, or one of the teams I thought was going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Bucks got beat. Miami, big game. Jimmy put them away.
Yeah. I got to say something about that.
What?
If somebody's scoring, okay, they hit for 41 games. You're going to have to figure something out. You can't let somebody score 40 50, 40. Like, there needs to be some kind of adjustment, a triple team, a double team. They're just like, we're just gonna let them do it.
Well, that's why Coach Bug got fired because he didn't make any adjustments. That's why he got fired.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't call timeout. I mean, Jimmy Butler was on a run by himself, and they didn't start to try to stop the run. And then Boston, man, tonight they won a game tonight with Jason Tatum shooting like 2 for 150.
Yeah.
But he had a big fourth quarter though. But Philly squandered that game.
They did.
And I want Boston to win, but Philly had the chance right there to close them out.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun game 7 for sure.
Fun. This game 7's been great.
Yeah.
And then to the West, Denver is the team to beat in my eyes. They beat the brakes off of the Suns tonight at home.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go to the finals. They're not even the playoff team. Look how they've been playing.
I tell you, I mean, the injuries, Chris Paul, man, yet again, another injury-plagued playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Dominating.
Yeah.
That dude played, he had a real big contusion. That dude, man, in the back of the day, them dudes would have played, man.
Yeah.
Maybe not Chris Paul because a groin is painful. But
no, that's hard to play, but
yeah, come on, Aiden, man.
I mean, he's definitely Joker's better than him, but still, the effort is just not there. That guy does not care about basketball. At least that's what it seems like. I mean, man, he's always whining.
I mean, I would agree.
But he ain't grabbing rebounds. He ain't blocking shots. He's just out there.
Collecting a check. Running up and down the court.
Yeah.
Get, as they say, get some cardio.
Yeah. Well, now he gets to be in Cancun. Sipping on some Mai Tais.
He can go home. You can go home and be in the tropicals and enjoy yourself. and watch hopefully LeBron and them lose to Golden State. Tay, I was telling you this off air, but I want to tell everybody on the air.
Mm-hmm.
This series helped me realize that I really hate the Los Angeles Lakers. like I mean, it's deep in my heart because I do not like the Warriors, but I'm cheering for the Warriors to beat the Lakers. Like I do not like the Warriors, but I cannot stand the Lakers. Like, and I think it's from deep years and years ago.
Yeah.
There's just, me
and
my partner Chris used to bet on the Lakers starting in 6th grade, $5 a game, every game they played, and I lost a lot of money in our high school years. I had some winning years in our middle school years, but in high school I was getting smacked. But I mean,
their fan base is nuts. On Twitter, I have to just ignore it because they're
super obnoxious.
Yeah. I'm not going for the Lakers though. I mean, I'm not going for the Warriors. I don't want to see them win. Like another
I am. Anybody playing the Lakers, I am rooting for them. I don't care. As long as it's not, I mean, even if it was the Oregon State Beavers, I'm rooting for them. I can't stand the Lakers. I hate the Lakers. I don't even like to use the word hate. I hate the Lakers.
I know the game is going to be played, but they better win in LA or it's going to be scary times. Game 7. You don't want to play the Warriors in Game 7. That's for sure.
At home.
Yeah.
You don't. They better close the series tomorrow night. They better. Mm-hmm. So tomorrow night here it will be Friday, the 12th. So they better win that game. But if they don't, they're gonna be partying in Golden State because they're gonna beat the brakes off of them in Game 7. Mm-hmm. And I would think, but I think the Lakers are gonna close them out. I think the Lakers, others have been playing very well, and that dude Austin Reeves, man, I like his game, man.
Yeah.
I like that he's not scared of the moment. And in the pick and roll, man, the dude is like really savvy, man.
Yeah.
He keeps the dude on his back.
Yeah. And
he gets that little jumper off in front of, man. I like his game, man. I really do.
Yeah, he's made him some money, that's for sure.
Hey, if the Lakers don't want him, he can come sit on our bench
Yeah, I'll
in
take
Portland.
him.
Heck yeah, for sure. All right. On to the NFL.
Yes.
And the question to you, Tay, are the New York Jets the team to beat after the Jets have finally made the trade for Aaron Rodgers?
I don't think they're the team to beat. That's a huge trade, though. It's kind of weird that Brett Favre went to the Jets and now Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets. But I think they have a really good team. What they're missing was a quarterback. But no, I'm not giving. The Jets have to show me something. They have to show me something. I think even in their own division, I think Miami is better than them, and the Bills for sure is better than them. So definitely not the team to beat. But I love it. I was hoping he was going to go there, and I think with their young players and their running back comes back, they'll have a good defense, pretty decent defense. I think they should be in the hunt. The AFC. If they're in the NFC, they'll be a favorite, but the AFC is just, loaded. So I think they have a shot. But I actually, you know what? I don't think they can win I don't think they're going to win their division, but they should be in the playoffs for sure.
I was going to say, do you think they're going to make the playoffs, though? So, I know this is way early, 9-7, 10-6.
Yeah, 10-6 or 10-7. There's 17 games.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, 10-7.
I do think there will be
so long. 10-7.
Yeah, I think they'll be over 500, and they'll win some games. I mean, Brett Favre, he's already practicing. Last year, he didn't come till training camp.
Aaron Rodgers.
He didn't even practice with other receivers, nothing until training camp. Oh. He's already out there throwing. So that right there, I feel like that might get you a win or two.
I mean, somebody was talking about it on one of these sports talk shows, and they said he looked so much better mid to end season because he had finally had time to work with the receivers since he was trying to hold out and do whatever he was doing. He was talking about Garrett Wilson though, being like the other 17 he played with. So we'll see. We will see. All right, staying in the NFL, but moving to the NFL draft.
Yes.
Hey, it happened, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start with this.
Okay.
There were 6 Oregon Ducks drafted.
I love it.
Christian Gonzalez being picked at number 17.
He kind of
and
fell
Alex Forsythe being drafted
compared to what they're projected, but he's in one of the best situations with Belichick defense.
Oh man, and he's like Belichick's a genius. I mean, with and Belichick likes the Oregon defensive backs. He ain't the first Oregon defensive back to be in New England. So, and Alex Forsythe was in the seventh round. Got picked in the 7th round. I'm not gonna go through every pick. But he was almost Mr. Irrelevant. But we also just found out, me and Tay were doing some research before we got on air, that we had 3 players get picked, that were undrafted and got signed to rosters. So
they can play.
Congratulations to our Ducks. Yeah. But Tay, there are some teams that had some really good drafts.
Yeah.
I like Philly's draft. They got Jalen Carter with the 9th
That's
pick.
what I was hoping Seattle was going to get.
Player. Man. But speaking of your, I'm not going to go in. I was going to go into a whole bunch of talk about these drafts. I'm going to let you get to the one you want to talk about.
Well,
the Seattle Seahawks.
I want to piggyback on the Eagles, though, man. Talk about a team with a rich get richer. I mean, they were deep already. Their D-line is deeper. And Georgia is a factory, and Philadelphia is drinking that Georgia juice because, man, and they knew.
They got 4 players, I think, from
Georgia.
Georgia.
They knew the players were going to fall or what, but to get the caliber of the D-tackle, linebacker, man, just right there.
Corners,
with the last year, they got 2 of the best interior players, and they just did it again, so I got to give them props. But yeah, my Seahawks, I was shocked at first with their pick of the corner Witherspoon. I was like, what? But then I thought about it, man, we have now the Legion of Boom back. If Adams, our safety, comes back, we already have an all-pro safety already, and then we have the corner Woolen, which is
from last year,
dominated, and now we have another starting corner. So and the Diggs, that's his name. He was all-pro safety Diggs. So man, that four, it just brings me back to the Legion of Boom. And last year, we gave up so many yards in the air, on the ground, and all the fans were like, we need to get the D-line. But I just think getting that solidified, we're not going to give up big plays. And that's what was killing me last year. We can score, we can do all that. But getting the receiver, too, from Ohio State in the slot now, it makes us have one of the most dynamic receiving core in the league. So, man.
It does.
And he also played with two dynamic receivers at Ohio State. So, and he was the best one, stats-wise. So, I think it's just an awesome fit. And then a sleeper pick that people don't even think about is getting the UCLA running back in the second round.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because Walker is dynamic, but he can't take every carry. In the NFL, man, you can't have to just run a running back 25, 30 times a game. But now you got two. One gets hurt, you got the guy who can be one. But, I mean, you got two. So, and they're two different styles runners.
I was going to say, Charbonnet is like, he's a big back. He's a bigger back, but he can catch the football.
So, and I heard Carroll say something about screens, and we don't never run screen to the run and throw to the running back. So, man, by having that, I feel like Seattle did as well. And then they did get some linemen, defensive linemen. They did get I think they got a center. But overall, man, I think they did another successful draft. One of the top 2 or 3 drafts I think they had in the whole league.
Tay, I was questioning that first round pick. I ain't gonna tell you wrong. I was like, wait, you guys didn't pick Jalen Carter? But when you just talked about the Legion of Boom, and I know the kind of work that Pete Carroll can do with corners and safeties, that secondary group, he's really good with them. Oh yeah, y'all had Bennett.
Yeah.
A couple Quinn. Y'all didn't have no big name tackles or you had Bobby Wagner and you had Wagner is back and you had what's his name? KJ Hamlin. What's the other linebacker you had? KJ Wright. There you go, KJ Wright. So you guys did have good linebackers. But you didn't. But it was what it was those that secondary.
And that's what I mean. And we're in a passing league. Years. Like, if you can't, and that's the thing. Like, we gave up big plays. Like, we played good. We went to the playoffs, but like the way we lost, it was always the big play. Purdy was throwing it down the field on us. Like, it was killing me. So now we have. I feel like, and the problem though is Adams. He's been hurt 2 years. We gave so many players to get him and draft picks. So I'm like, if he can just be a shell of himself, I think it's just going to be great. But overall, like Pete Carroll, the Russell Wilson, if you look up like the full thing, the full trade now with all the players.
Oh, I saw it.
It's crazy. Yeah. So I'm so excited. I'm pumped up. Like I'm ready for the season.
I know y'all. I know you Seattle fans are like, peace out, Russell. Thank you, brother.
Hey, let's talk about Boo! Today's topic is
social media eats.
If you are like me, and possibly Tay, I spent way too much time on social media, looking at all kind of stuff. But the main thing that I look at, if you're scrolling, is food. And I'm pretty sure you've come across some recipes or cooking demonstrations that you love. And in your mind, you're thinking, I'm going to try that one day. So Tay and I have picked some of our favorite, or at least one of our favorites, the many, at least on my phone, the many recipes that I have, the little videos that I have saved over the last probably year when I learned that I can save them and look at them again. But Tay, before we get into our recipes and what we like, our recipes from social media, what social media site or platform do you use to watch your videos?
Yeah, I'm a big time Instagram person. That's my main one. I think that's the first one I go to. And then it's been the last year I do a lot of Twitter. And I used to never, I've had an account forever, but over the last year, I've been on it a lot. And I think that's pretty much all day when I'm on social media, is Twitter and Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I love Instagram for the pictures, I just like scrolling. And then with the food, like you said, like the food pictures on there or videos are just, now, you know how the algorithm work, like, now they just be popping up out of nowhere, and I'd be like, "Gosh!" And I stop, and I'm like, then I'm going on their food page, and then, I wish I could make it. I wish I was rich and can just eat it. Actually, I don't want to make it. I just want to eat it all. Like,
hey, have somebody come through and I get to send it to the person, my chef. I'm like, "Could you cook this?" Yeah, send the video, cook this.
But Twitter, I love. It's just a lot of garbage on there, so you have to kind of sort through that. But other than that, I'm not a Facebook person. I have never got on TikTok yet. We need to get our site on there, but
that is something we need to do. Really, we need to get a TikTok page. That is, I think that's what we're losing, is this TikTok thing. I don't have a TikTok account, and I don't even have not Facebook. I definitely have a Facebook account. I don't have an Instagram account. And I have a Twitter account. I'm like you said, I don't really use my Twitter, though. I don't use it at all. I got it for fantasy football purposes, and I don't even use it for that anymore. So, but my social media of choice is Facebook. That is where I'm at. But see, I'm not like most people. I don't get on Facebook and scroll through all the things that people are writing. I get right in Facebook. I find my reels, and I start watching reels. And my reels are like, it's like, so maybe I should have a TikTok account, because that's basically what I'm watching, like those reels that come from TikTok. Yeah. And like you talking about the algorithm, my algorithm now is all it is food, health, and there's sometimes it's something about an animal, because I like to watch about the cats. And when I say cats, I mean like big cats, like tigers and lions. Yeah. And they show me some stuff about alligators and fishing and stuff like that. But the majority of it is, food and health stuff. Like I got all these things about which vitamins and all this other stuff that I'm interested in too. But the food is overwhelmingly the thing that comes through my reels. Like, I mean, and like I was telling Tay off air, like I'll be on my phone scrolling, mouth dripping, like oh man, this looks so good. Oh man, I wish I could cook this. So,
though, what I do use YouTube to learn how to cook the food, though. So it's weird. Oh. I get the recipe from like Instagram and all that. But when I want to learn how to cook a certain meat a certain way, or like the grill, if I want to try a new technique, I use YouTube. And YouTube teaches you everything. And I'm a visual person, so I get to, I could pause it, rewind it. But YouTube is where I learned how to cook the item.
Now, that's smart, Tay. What I do is I just pause that video that I'm watching on a reel, that 30-second video that they got everything, try to cram everything in, and I just keep watching it over and over again. And I'm like, all right, let me take each step. But sometimes they have in the caption, they have the recipe for like the one I'm gonna talk about today. They have the recipe and all the stuff in it, but most of the time they don't. So I'm pausing videos.
It's a crime when they don't have the recipe in there. Like, gotta put the recipe in there.
How am I supposed to cook this if you can't tell me how to do it?
Page.
and most of them is Instagram pages, so I can't go on a page. So I'm done. So when I click it, it says Instagram. I'm like, oh well. Yeah. Find a new video. Next video I go to. All right, Tay. Let's talk about the recipe that you saved that you love.
Well, let me pull it up so you guys see me on the video.
You got to get in your social media to see it, huh?
Yeah. The audio people, I'm looking through my phone. So one person, she's very popular, and it's one of those things, it was one of those sponsored videos, and I was like, who's this girl? And she rolls her eyes when she eats the food because it's so good. She's very great personality, but Kimmy Creations, you guys probably heard of her.
I've seen her.
I'm sure she's on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I've seen
all
her.
the other sites. But yeah, Kimmy with a K, Kimmy, SK Creations with a K, and then it's like a 1. I think .1 is her name. But look her up. She's great. Even just to watch, just her entertainment, how she cooks it. She plops the food down on the skillet. It's pretty fun. But she made this lasagna rolls, and I thought you can only make lasagna one way. No,
in a pan.
Made it in a roll. And it's a ground beef or pork or however you want to do it. You can use
ground turkey, whatever,
turkey,
tofu, whatever.
But then you take those Italian classic lasagna sheets, so it's like lasagna. I've never made I would buy it out the box, so I never really made it, but I'm gonna try it. Get the long piece that you usually make when you make lasagna. Can of tomato sauce, crushed tomatoes. She uses ricotta on this one. You can supplement it for any kind of cheese. I like ricotta, but it has to be a little bit. It can't be so much of it. So I'll probably do less than she's asking. It says a half a cup, and then 2 cups of mozzarella. So it's like the normal stuff you put in lasagna. And then she has 5 tablespoons of the seasoning. So you got to season your meat. So season your meat. You ground your meat. You pour the tomato sauce, tomatoes, all that, onions. Cut you some onions up, garlic, all that. And you cook that. Ground your beef first. Then you put the sauce in. Cook it up. Then you roll that lasagna piece out. See, if you guys get on our YouTube page, you can see me explain it with my hands. Like, for all you audio people, you just got to go on our website. She'll show you. But yeah, you roll out the lasagna piece, and then you take the meat sauce that you cooked up, and you put it in there. Oh, actually, let me take a step back. You put the ricotta down on top of the
noodle.
The noodle, yeah, the long noodle, and you have to cook that. So when you get the recipe, you'll know to cook boil the noodle and make it soft. But I think they might come already that way too. Like, we have gluten issues, so we'll probably get a gluten one that's already like
cooked
in that soft form. But so you put the ricotta cheese on it, and then you put that meat sauce on it, and then you roll it up.
Oh.
And then you take some of the sauce and the cheese, and you pour it on top of. So you do about 5 of them. Then you pour all that salt, the rest of it. So you probably do half of it to use to roll up inside.
Inside.
Then you pour the rest of that meat sauce on top, and then you put all that mozzarella cheese on it. And then in the video, she just picks it up, and the cheese is just coming together. So usually it's in a big old block pan. You have to cut it out, but this is kind of in this section.
It's separated for you.
And it just looks even better. It's like a cheese. It's like a noodle ball that you eat. So check it out, Kimmy Creations lasagna cheese roll, amazing. And I'm gonna try that, and I'll probably we need to do a follow-up and see how it went. But it's what I like about it's simple. It's very simple. Like, I always think lasagna is this big process, but it's almost like you're making spaghetti. That's how I make my spaghetti sauce, meat sauce, and then you're just stuffing it in a noodle. So
putting it in on top of a noodle and rolling it up.
And this one's not healthy, so.
But you can sub it out. You can sub some things in and out and make it, however you want to. So you can make it healthier if you want.
The ricotta cheese is the one I might not put in there. I mean, I feel like the meat sauce with just regular cheddar and mozzarella and roll it would just be just as good. But if you want to add that extra richness to it, you can do the ricotta. But yeah.
I mean, if you don't eat noodles, you can use. My mom made a lasagna with eggplant, so you could cut strips of eggplant, or you could use zucchini. You can do all kind of things.
Yeah.
So and then if you don't eat cheese, you can use. There's vegan cheeses, and like Tay's gonna eliminate the ricotta cheese maybe and use a different cheese. You can, like we talked about earlier, you can put different types of meat, or not
Yeah.
meat in there, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's always kind of ways. So you can make it healthy if you want.
Mhm.
But the way
And that's
you just
what I
talked
like
about
the
it sounds
best
great.
about it. It's just not the standard big old pan. You know, sometimes you don't get all the meat. You got the noodle falls off. This is
Falls
like
off.
one little, each little ball of noodle ball with just meat and cheese sauce. This is
It sounds good.
yes.
It sounds good. And we will do a follow up. We haven't been good about following up, but we're gonna make sure we follow up on these recipes. So folks, you're gonna watch me like Tay look at my phone because I have to get into my social media now too. I don't like Tay made me look bad now because he knew Kimmy Creations' name and all this kind of thing. This man it says the keto recipes, but he doesn't have a name on here. But this dude, he has a lot of recipes on here, and they're all keto recipes. So if you're keto, then this is
Google
for you.
it, you'll find it.
Yeah, and if you're not keto, it's okay. You still can eat it, unless you're vegan or vegetarian. Then plug your ears or close your eyes. But because what I'm going to talk about is his chicken shawarma recipe. Chicken shawarma is a type of Mediterranean dish, and that's the only place I've ever seen it and eaten it. But what he does with this dish is he uses chicken thighs. I am not a chicken thigh person. I really don't like dark meat anymore. I really only eat white meat, so I only eat the chicken breast and the chicken wings. Did you know, and I didn't know this for a long time, that chicken wings are not dark meat? I thought chicken legs were white meat, but I was totally misconstrued on that for a lot of years. I wasn't today's year old. I wasn't today year old when I figured this out, but I was probably like about 10 years ago old when I figured that out. So I didn't realize that was, or maybe not even 10, maybe 5. Okay, so the first substitution I'm gonna do with this recipe is I'm gonna take out the chicken thighs and I'm gonna cut chicken breast and make them look like chicken thighs. Because what he does is he takes about 3 pounds of chicken, he puts it in a bowl, he puts olive oil on it, and then he proceeds to put on the chicken breast.
Now, is that a light olive oil, or are we putting the nice little?
He says 3 tablespoons.
Okay.
So 3 tablespoons is a good amount of olive oil to cover the chicken, because basically what the olive oil does is basically, one, your seasoning sticks to the chicken better with olive oil, and 2, it provides some moisture. For me, it's gonna provide a lot of moisture because I'm using chicken breast versus chicken thighs. Chicken thighs are more fatty, and most people say, like my mom loves them. They're the most flavorful part of the chicken, probably.
Yeah.
But sometimes I get the fat pieces, and I'm really sketchy about chicken nowadays. I don't know. I think I'm almost. Me and Olivia were talking about this. We were talking about this, and she wants to become a vegetarian for a different reason than I want to become a vegetarian. Her reason is because we're eating baby animals. And then when you think about it like that, it sounds terrible. Yeah, it sounds terrible. And mine is because I'm just like, for me, it's like, man, I'm having some trouble digesting meat, but I haven't quit yet. Don't get it wrong. I'm still eating cheeseburgers occasionally, every once in a while, but only certain cheeseburgers. I haven't eaten a McDonald's cheeseburger in about 6 months, about 4 months. So thank the Lord. Anyway, so he takes about 3 pounds of chicken. Use the chicken of your choice. You might be able to do this with other meat substitutes, but the issue, you might be able to use the Impossible meat, but you'd have to. They don't make Impossible chicken, so
not yet.
I don't know. So you might, my vegetarians and vegan folks, you might be sorry. I apologize. This recipe is not changeable. Like Tay's recipe was more flexible, but mine is because it's based around chicken. It's chicken. So anyway. He puts the chicken in the bowl, some olive oil, salt and pepper. He says a pinch, 3 to 4 pinches of salt and pepper, and fresh cracked black pepper. Then he puts in a tablespoon of thyme, half a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, half a tablespoon of turmeric, half a tablespoon of cumin, half a tablespoon of cardamom, half a tablespoon of cinnamon, and 1/8 tablespoon of nutmeg. Nutmeg's in a taste for me nowadays that's new to me. I used to when I used to go to Huber's and they put that nutmeg on my Spanish coffee. I tell them no nutmeg. Now I'm like, all right, give me a little nutmeg. It's okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay,
it's good with food. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and the right amount.
That's why he said ate the tables. I made sure eat the teaspoon. I hope I didn't say tablespoon for all those. He said teaspoon. I hope I said teaspoon. All of those were teaspoons, not tablespoons.
That's a huge difference.
A humongous difference. All of that was supposed to be teaspoons, so hopefully I didn't say tablespoon. The only thing that was a tablespoon was the thyme. Everything else was teaspoon. Mm-hmm. All right, so then he takes that, he mixes it all in. He uses his hands. I'll use my hands too, but I put gloves on nowadays. So he mixes it all up, and then he covers it with a saran wrap. He covers the bowl and puts it in the refrigerator and lets it chill out. He didn't say how long he let it chill out. I think I'm gonna let mine chill out overnight. Mm-hmm. Okay, then what he does is he takes it out, and then he takes 2 skewers, and then he puts the meat that he's, and this 3 pounds of meat have been sliced. I don't know if you've seen chicken thighs, but they don't come. These are, I should have started. Sorry, let me back up a little bit. These are boneless, skinless chicken pieces. So there's no bones, and so because he skewers them and he packs them on the skewer tightly, so that he's trying to give it the effect of, if you've ever been to one to like a Greek restaurant or like a place that makes gyros, they slice the meat down off of this. It looks like
y'all seen the
wheel.
Videos.
Yeah, and the meat spins on a circle and it's constantly staying warm, or maybe it's cooking. Yeah, it's coming down. So he's giving that effect. So he packs the meat really tightly on the skewers, and then he cuts in half a red onion and he sticks it on the bottom of the skewer, and he puts the skewered meat with the onions on it. The onions are just so the meat can stand up, upright and cook. And he puts that into a pan, and he puts that into a preheated 400-degree oven for about 45 minutes. When I tell you this meat comes out looking like succulent, the most best looking meat ever, I ain't lying to you. Yeah. So then what he does is he cuts the meat off the skewers. He doesn't unskewer the meat. He cuts it off the skewer really thinly. So he's trying to give you that shaved effect that you would get at one of these Euro places or a Greek restaurant. What I'm gonna do, and what he did, now you can do it as you can take a pita, and he says yogurt sauce, so you can make some kind of tzatziki white sauce. Tzatziki is like a cucumber sauce, or you can make this yogurt sauce, and you can look it up on YouTube. Like Tay was talking about, you can find whatever yogurt sauce works for you, or just non-yogurt sauce if you want to put hot sauce on the joint, whatever. And you put a pita, and you can put lettuce, the chicken, tomatoes, whatever you like in your pita. How I'm going to do it, I'm going to use shredded lettuce. I'm going to shred up some lettuce, iceberg lettuce, throw it in the bowl with the same fixings, just not the pita, and eat it as a salad. And I think I'm going to make a tzatziki. He used, like I said, a yogurt sauce. Tay, but the key is this chicken.
And eating that too.
Dropping the meat. Yeah. However you want to do it. Like, I'm telling you. But the key is the chicken. The chicken. And then skewers. So that's the one recipe the main recipe I want to talk about. But hey, Tay, there is this thing going around about this I'm forgetting this cottage cheese ice cream. Ooh. Where they're taking cottage cheese and I'm gonna send you this video. It sounds weird totally, and I didn't believe it until this dude made it, and he was skeptical of it, and it's hilarious how he talks about the recipe, but he put Reese's in his. He took the first bite, he was like, wait a minute, it doesn't taste like ice cream. It tastes more like froyo.
Wow.
Tay, it must. So what you do is you take a tub of cottage cheese, and who eats cottage cheese by itself? Like,
yeah,
nobody. I mean, some people may, but I've never in my life. Even when it was hip to eat it with like peaches and stuff, never in my life. Yeah. But you put the tub of the cottage cheese in your food processor. You put honey in it with it, and you blend it up. And actually, he put vanilla, a little bit of vanilla in his, and you blend it up until it's smooth and silky. Now, then some people put strawberries in there, blend it up more so the strawberries break down, and then and then they pour it into a freezer-safe bowl, and you put it in the freezer, and you let it freeze. Now, some people top theirs with, like, before they put it in the freezer, they top it with strawberries, or they top it with fruit. They top it with, like, he put Reese's peanut butter pieces, Reese's pieces in like a grinder, and ground up Reese's pieces on his. They put vanilla wafers, crushed up vanilla wafers, put on top, whatever you want. Put it in the freezer for about an hour, hour and a half. When they scoop, I'm telling you, they scoop the stuff. It looks like ice cream. I'm about to try it.
Yeah,
I'm about to try it. Because I mean, I have to. Now that I've seen it multiple times on videos, I have to try it. So if you're interested, look it up. I'm telling you, it's on every. I've seen it. Multiple people make this thing. This guy I believe this guy, because he tries out all kind of things. He even tried out this $400 vacuum cleaner that I would have never bought to try. And he was throwing eggs on his floor and everything. But that's a whole different subject. I hope these recipes. Me and Tay are going to try for sure the lasagna for him. I'm going to try this chicken shawarma. And I'm going to try this yogurt too, this yogurt ice cream, this cottage cheese ice cream that he says tastes like froyo. And we are going to get back with you guys about it. Maybe not next episode, probably in a couple episodes. But that means you have to keep listening. Or watching, either one.
Watch it.
Y'all missed the show? Well, no worries. They're on our website, snfpodcast.com. That's Steve, Nancy, Frank, podcast.com.